Hi, good morning. Myself Apurva Jyoti. How are you all? Hope everyone are fine. So quickly welcome to my channel. We are going to learn something new about the lesson today, right? So let's start. Let us compare. You read about how the villages were administered in Chola kingdom by council of land holding villagers and how the king collected revenue from the village with the help of this council. Things had begun to change in Vijayanagara Empire as the power of the armies and Nayakas increased. You saw that the control over villages and towns has given over to these Nayakas. Yes, in Chola kingdom, how the revenue was collected, that is tax was collected, how are the landlords or the villages being ruled, everything we learnt by the councils. Now in this Vijayanagara empire, it is like it is changed, they are telling, because now these Nayakas who are there, they got the power over the towns and villages, and they started ruling. As their power of the armies increased, they started getting the control under their hands, and these Nayakas became very powerful, right? Now we are going to see about this Sri Krishna Devaraya, the ruler. Sri Krishna Devaraya ruled from 1509 Common Era to 1529 Common Era. So almost, like, you can see from 1509 Common Era to 1529, that is almost like 19 or 10 years, 20 years he ruled. He was a great general who led the Vijayanagara army successfully against the Bahmani sultans and also against the uh, Gajapatis of Odisha. So the Sri Krishna Devaraya who is there, he is a great general, great leader who led these Vijayanagara armies, who helped these Vijayanagara armies to be successful by fighting with against these Bahmani sultans and these Gajapatis of Odisha. These people were this Sri Krishna Devaraya led, means helped the army to get successful against these two kingdoms like Bahmani sultans and Gajapatis of Odisha. He was subdued several chiefs who had revolted in Karnataka, Andhra and Tamil region. This gave him control over the entire region on the south of river Krishna and especially the control over the ports of eastern coast. So the kings who are against him, he removed them, or he like replaced them with the other one, or who all the kings who are against him, he started like who are revolting against him. He kept, he made those places also under his control, like places like Karnataka, AP, Tamil region. These all are now completely under his control, especially the river Krishna and the east coast, ports of east coast, everything were under his control. Because the kings who are against him, he started attacking and he started gaining control over that. During this period, the Portuguese had established their power over some ports of western coast like Goa. So the Portuguese who are there, the people of Portugal, they started coming here and they started becoming powerful, and they took over some ports of western coast like Goa. Means they took this Goa and all under their control, these ports. Krishna Devaraya established a friendly relation with them in order to get exclusive supply of horses and firemen from them. So this Krishna Devaraya, what he have done, he became friend with them. He is behaving friendly with them, so that he'll be getting more exclusive supply, means more supply of horses, firearms like guns, weapons and all from them he can get. He also employed Portuguese troops in his wars. So not only this, the Portugal people who are there, Portuguese, they are also being taken by Krishna Devaraya into his troop, like army troop, to fight in the wars and all. Every year on the Vijayadasami day, the king organized elaborate festives and worship, which concluded with a massive parade of these armies. On this day, all the chiefs and Amarnayakas of the empire brought their tribute to the king. So, what happened every year on Vijayadasami day, like last day, festival day of Dasara, king used to organize very big festival type of thing in the temples, and he used to worship there, and that was concluded, means that was ended. The festives used to end with the massive parade done by his army people and all soldiers. They do parade, no, like that. And this day, the chiefs and Amarnayakas, they used to get some gifts or tribute to king, and they used to give that to the king. Krishna Devaraya paid special attention to the temples of his kingdom and personally visited many of them like Tirupati, Srisailam, Ahobilam. He also donated to a large number of temples. So he is very particular about temples. He gave a lot of attention, concentration on temples, the development of temples in his kingdom. Not only this, he went personally to Tirupati, Srisailam, Ahobilam, and he started looking over that. He gave lot of contribution money, or in some or the other way he have given his help to the temples. Krishna Devaraya's inscription state that he had distributed the great treasure gained. So what all the treasure he gained, which is very valuable, he have contributed to that, contributed to the temples and all. So how come we came to know this? It was written on the inscriptions. You all know what is inscription, right? If a king is ruling, about him, to which period he have ruled, what all the works he have done, everything will be written on that, like notice board to us, right? If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. But don't forget to use mask. Be safe at home and be healthy. Thank you.